So, wow, die Ränge füllen sich. Das ist doch ein Anblick. Sehr schön. Ich freue mich, dass ihr heute zu uns gekommen seid in der Fußball Arena. Wir haben eine Länderspielserie hier zu spielen. Die deutsche Nationalmannschaft gegen die tschechische Nationalmannschaft. Sie sind sich erst gegenübergestanden bei der Baseball League. Und da ging es in der Vorrunde in das Spiel an das tschechische Team und im Finale haben dann tatsächlich die Deutschen gewonnen, also 1:1. Das wird Spannung auch für diese ganze Serie. Von daher schauen wir mal, wie so der Abend ausschaut. Um 19 Uhr legen wir los. Wir werden auch das Pitch haben und wir holen die Teams raus in die Linien. Und wie sich das natürlich für den offiziellen Teil eines Länderspiels gehört, werden wir auch die Nationalmannschaft spielen. Wir haben noch ca. 18 Minuten Zeit, also holt euch noch was zu essen und zu trinken. Sowohl unten am Foodshop unter mir, als auch drüben am Food Corner. Da gibt es, denke ich mal, Pizza heute. Und ja, versorgt euch, damit ihr dann fit seid, wenn es heißt Labor um 19 Uhr zwischen der deutschen und der tschechischen Nationalmannschaft.
Hello and welcome everyone. This is Legionäre TV live from Armin Wolf Arena in Regensburg, and it is a clash of two neighboring countries. It's a clash that we see often in European baseball. It's Team Germany taking on Team Czech Republic for a three-game set this week here in Regensburg in the beautiful and already very well filled Armin Wolf Arena. A lot of fans coming out for the first game of the series on this Thursday night. It is a matchup we've seen already this year at the Prague Baseball Week. In the preliminary round, the Czech got the better end of Team Germany, but in the final, where it mattered the most, Team Germany was able to come out ahead and win the Prague Baseball Week. So it is definitely a rivalry that we look forward to seeing throughout this week, throughout these three games. It is leading up to the Under-23 European Championship. It is leading up to the European Championship of the seniors later this year. So it is definitely games that matter for both teams, for the coaches, for the managers that want to see who they will put on the roster later in September when it's going to be the European Championship throughout Europe, most of it being played in the Netherlands. So this will also be very interesting to watch. But we want to focus on tonight's game and the games during this week. Obviously, the Euros is still quite a bit of baseball ahead until then. For tonight, there is some familiar faces coming back here to Regensburg, and on Team Czech's side, one of those familiar players here in Regensburg is obviously Jan Tomek. He is back with Team Czech Republic, and I had some time to talk to him earlier tonight. Jan Tomek, welcome back to Regensburg. Good to see you again with the Czech national team this week. How does it feel to be back here in Armin Wolf Arena?
Thank you, it's really nice to be back. I'm always looking forward to being in Regensburg. It's like my second home, basically. And a lot of familiar faces, so it's really nice to be back. I'm looking forward to it.
We'll have three games between the Czech Republic and Team Germany. You recently met in the Prague Baseball Week where the Germans in the end got the better end of you. Is that still like an open duel that you want to come back at them, even though it's just like friendly games this week?
I would say there's always a little rivalry between Czech and Germany because we're on a kind of same level, I would say so. So I think it's going to be great games, and we'll see who's going to win at the end.
Anything in particular you're looking forward to for this week, or just see some good baseball, play good baseball?
I'm looking to nice weather, hopefully. Hopefully a lot of people and great baseball.
That's what we all look forward to. Thank you for your time, Jan, and have a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
So much from Jan Tomek. Yeah, it's nice to see him back here. Tomáš Ondra is also back, who used to play with the Regensburg Legionäre for several years. He will actually start tonight's game for Team Czech Republic, so we will see him on the mound just a couple of minutes from now. We will obviously have pre-game ceremonies, we'll have national anthems, all of that will be live here on Legionäre TV, and obviously also the games tomorrow and on Saturday will be here live on our YouTube channel, so make sure to follow and subscribe so you get all the news for Legionäre TV for this week, and also playoffs in the German Baseball League coming up. So all of that will be live here on YouTube here with Legionäre TV. On Team Germany's side, there's obviously familiar faces who play for the Guggenberger Legionäre Regensburg currently, but there is also a familiar face that we've seen in the past with the Legionäre who is currently pursuing his dream in the United States. It's Paul Wittmann, who is back here with the German national team. I had a chance to talk to him. We'll listen to that in just a second and then go into a quick commercial break. So we will be back right on time when pre-game ceremonies get underway here on this Thursday night. So stay here with us. We'll be right back with a lot of baseball tonight between Team Germany and Team Czech Republic. Paul Wittmann, nach langer Zeit, zumindest auf dem Baseballfeld, mal wieder zurück hier in Regensburg. Erstmal Frage an dich persönlich. Freust du dich mal wieder hier zu sein?
Ja, natürlich. Als ich gehört habe, dass ich wieder im Kader bin und dass wir hier spielen, ja, mein erstes Nationalspiel jetzt hier ist natürlich eine große Ehre. Und es ist ein bisschen komisch, jetzt wieder auf dem Platz ein bisschen rumzugucken, aber es ist schon ein sehr schönes Stadion. Ich habe es vermisst, hier zu sein.
Blick kurz auf deine persönliche Karriere, bevor wir hier aufs Spiel schauen. Bist du happy, wie es im Moment läuft?
Ja, schon. Ich habe mich dieses Jahr leider verletzt, wurde dann operiert. Das war natürlich jetzt nicht optimal, aber ich habe jetzt noch ein extra Jahr dadurch bekommen, was auch hilft. Ja, ich lebe den Traum, also ich kann mich nicht beschweren.
Jetzt hier mit der Nationalmannschaft, du hast es angesprochen, große Ehre hier im Kader zu sein. Die U23-Europameisterschaft steht an. Wie fühlt es sich an mit dem D auf dem Cap?
Ja, ist jetzt schon ein paar Jahre her, deswegen für mich, ich freue mich immer. Also wenn ich das Deutschland auf der Brust habe, ist immer eine Ehre, ist das großartig. Ich finde, da geht Prestige mit rein und ja, ich bin sehr stolz, dass ich wieder das Deutschland auf der Kappe und vor der Brust haben kann.
Die Herren-Nationalmannschaft hat bei der Prague Baseball Week schon zweimal gegen die Tschechen gespielt. Jetzt geht es wieder gegen die Tschechen. Man kennt sich schon so aus den vergangenen Jahren. Was erwartest du für diese Woche, für die 3 Spiele?
Ja, ich meine, wir bereiten uns vor für die U23-WM und ich meine, es ist eine Nationalmannschaft, guter Baseball, ne? Das sind die Besten aus Deutschland, die Besten aus Tschechien. Hier ein paar Kollegen, der Jan Tomek und der Thomas Andra gesehen, also ich stelle mich auf 3 wirklich gute Spiele ein, nicht nur jetzt für die Vorbereitung, aber auch generell für Baseball in Europa und in Deutschland.
Da freuen wir uns als Zuschauer auch drauf, wünschen viel Erfolg und viel Spaß bei den Spielen. Danke dir, Paul.
Vielen Dank, vielen Dank.
Bischofshof, das Regensburger Hell für Freunde.
Manche sagen, es sei leichter, einen Ochsen von der Weide zu bekommen, als einen Oberpfälzer von seinem Standpunkt. Er gilt als stur und einsilbig. Ein Dialog wie »Hallo, wie geht's dir? Danke, gut, und dir?« klingt in der Oberpfalz so.
Hey? Wow.
Die Oberpfalz, da schau her.
Biberger Lift. Wir vermieten Scherenarbeitsbühnen, Teleskoparbeitsbühnen, Mastbühnen, Raupenbühnen, LKW-Arbeitsbühnen, Hubmaststapler, Teleskopstapler, Hubwagen und vieles mehr. Kundenzufriedenheit ist bei uns Chefsache. Biberger Lift, Ihr Meisterbetrieb in Regensburg-Haselbach.
This is DTL3, Donald Thomas Lutz III, former big leaguer and current German national team player. I specialize in baseball batting gloves. My signature edition is the Breathe edition, which carries a special message to remind yourself to breathe while you're in the batter's box in high-pressure situations. You can find your DTL3 baseball gear right here in the Legionaere fan shop, or you can look me up online at dtl3.com. Ich bedanke mich schon mal im Voraus für eure Unterstützung.
So we're back here on the other side of the quick commercial break, and it is great to see Armin Wolf Arena well filled. It's been a while, I have to say. We've had some good crowds throughout the year already for the DBL, for the German Baseball League, but it's a different kind of atmosphere already here tonight. Feels like the arena is vibing a little bit, and that is really nice to see. If we look, full stands all around, and we hope that there's still some people coming in. If I can't really look over to the entrance, to be honest, so we'll just have to trust that there's still people funneling in. Excited for baseball. I saw a question in the chat. What happens if there's rain tomorrow? There's not going to be any rain tomorrow. No, I mean, we'll take care of that if it happens, I would say. Here's the look over to the entrance. So there is still people coming in, and you can see a little bit of a line there right behind that one billboard. And there's the look past the Czech bench. The grounds crew just finishing up, and as soon as they're done, we'll get underway with team introductions. Both teams already in their respective dugouts. A couple Czech players still out there in right field, but I think we're going to be ready to get started in just a couple of moments. I'll be on my own here for commentary, at least for the beginning of the game. I should get some company later, so looking forward to that as well, but really looking forward to the game tonight and the coming days, because like the players also mentioned in the interviews, we can expect some very good and competitive baseball, because that's what we tend to get if these two teams meet up. Well, there's still a little bit of the infield that needs to be dragged. I mentioned the Prague Baseball Week. It was a matchup twice, and the Germans managed to win the important one of those two games. You can see the field being prepped, and I can look over to the announcers booth, and they're also getting ready to get underway in just a couple moments. I mentioned Tomáš Ondra will be the starting pitcher for Team Czech Republic. On the German side, we'll see Jonathan Schäfer. So that's the two starters, but obviously with this being games that are preparing for both teams for the tournaments coming up, I expect to see quite a bit of pitcher changes, and probably don't have to expect starters going too long. But it will be interesting to watch throughout those three games how the coaches manage. For Team Germany, obviously, a big part of the roster is made up of under-23 players that are preparing for the European Championship. But there is also some veterans on the roster, a couple familiar faces for the Regensburg fans. Obviously, Alexander Schmidt is in there, Christian Pedrol is in there, José Dando de Leon is in there for the over 23-year-olds players from Germany, and then there's obviously also other folks like Vinny Ahrens or Sascha Koch and Sven Schüller. And then obviously we have the young guns, the under-23 players that make up most of the roster. You can see the home plate area already neatly prepared. The umpires also already down there on the field. I can see them, so they are ready. It's going to be 3 German umpires, but since it's friendly matches, don't expect any problem from any side with that. So the last bits of the infield being dragged. Look into the German dugout and then back into the stands. It's like I said, I can just repeat myself. It's a beautiful sight. And let's just hope the atmosphere will also be like that. But I'm pretty sure with that kind of crowd, we'll have good atmosphere for tonight's game. All right, the ground crew leaving the field. So this means we'll be ready to get underway in just a second, looking towards the Czech dugout. And we'll have the players coming out, being introduced, coming out on the field. And as you can see here, there's a couple more Czech players out there in right field right now, so I hope all the starters are ready, and they're being called to their dugout now also by the stadium announcer, so they're ready for team introductions. We'll obviously, like I said, have national anthems as well, just as it should be for a game like this. And it's nice to see a lot of people in the chat already as well. Welcome to everybody who has tuned in. Yeah, we decided to do the game with English commentary for this week We expect to also obviously have fans from the Czech Republic watching. And when we come back for German playoffs in a couple weeks, we'll be back to German. I'll try to not forget to speak in English in between, but I have people behind me that will remind me of it if I do. Just checking if the teams are ready for team introductions, and then we'll get started with the visiting team, with Team Czech Republic being introduced here in the stadium. We'll give you a rundown of the lineup once they come to bat for the first time, but we'll obviously catch the atmosphere. Pavel Kadim is the head coach for Team Czech Republic, and he will have his team follow him onto the field now. It is a lot of familiar faces if you've been following European baseball throughout the last couple of years. It's an experienced team for Team Czech Republic. And obviously, like for the Germans, there's a couple of young guns in there. And you can see they look ready for this first of 3 games.
Number 11, the right fielder, Batting fifth, number 49, the first baseman, Martin. Batting seventh, number 56, the shortstop, Milan.
And even if these games this week don't count to any tournament or anything, like I mentioned and the players mentioned it's always a rivalry between Team Germany and Team Czech Republic. So obviously both teams definitely want to win these games and show who's the better team and show what they're capable of. So nobody is going to take those games easy. Everybody will be full focus as we have the Team Czech Republic shifting over a little bit to make some room for the rest of the coaching staff. But they've managed to do so easily. And that is it for Team Czech Republic as the last substitutes making their way out onto the field. And we will move over to Team Germany. And also for the Germans, we start off with manager Jendrik Speer. He took over the seniors and the under-23 coaching role not too long ago, but he's been around German and European baseball for many, many years. So he knows the rivalry. He knows what this is all about. And here's Alexander Schmidt leading off. All the Regensburg fans obviously know him. Vincent Ahrens, the second player in the lineup, is back in the bullpen warming up. And the next to come out is a young gun. It's Elias Huber coming out here for Team Germany. And you can see the young fans there on the exit of the dugout getting high fives with their idols, with the players, with the German players coming out of the dugout. And there's a local hero. He joined the Legionäre this past winter. It's Simon Bäumer. He will have a meetup with his former team, with the Hamburg Steelers, in the semifinals. Next one coming out is Paul Wittmann. We had heard him in the interview. If you missed it, you will be able to find it here on the channel probably tomorrow, so you can go back and listen to it. As I mentioned before, make sure to follow the channel. There's lots of baseball still to be played this year that you don't want to miss. And obviously, if you enjoy the broadcast, give us a thumbs up, like the video, share the video. That always helps us. It doesn't cost you anything and helps us a lot with being shared on YouTube to more viewers. And we'll have the umpires probably introduced in just a moment.
Meine Damen und Herren, ich darf Ihnen die Umpire dieses Länderspiels vorstellen. Play Umpire, Patrick Meister.
And there's Patrick Meister, Lars Döling, and Jens Weider coming out here for tonight's game. 3 umpires we see on a regular basis also here in the DBL. I stole a C there from Patrick Meister. Apologies for that. And we will be ready for the national anthems.
Thank you. And jetzt kommen wir zum First Pitch. Und der traditional First Pitch wird heute aus.
And we transition over to the first pitch. Mr. Patrick Grossmann will be throwing the first pitch. He's a member of the Bavarian Parliament, and he has a couple words for us.
Liebe Gäste, als Mitglied des Bayerischen Landtags begrüße ich euch alle sehr herzlich in der Hauptstadt des Baseballs hier in Regensburg. Ich begrüße heute auch unsere Schülerinnen und Schüler, die mit einem guten Zeugnis sich den Eintritt hier verdient haben, und wünsche einen guten Start in die Ferien. Uns allen wünsche ich heute ein spannendes, packendes Spiel. Viel Glück den Mannschaften.
Dankeschön. Und jetzt wird's ernst.
So let's see how he does on the first pitch. He's definitely ready. And that was a great first pitch by Patrick Grossmann.
Dankeschön, Patrick Grossmann.
So for the international viewers, he was saying congratulations for those students who got their as we heard the play ball. Who got their yearly certificates today, and they were invited. If they got a good one, they got into the stadium for free today. So quite a couple people, I'm sure, made use of it, and also like wishing everybody good games this week. And we can see the fans getting ready as the managers and the umpires meet at home plate to exchange the lineup cards. And also, as you can see, exchange some gifts. Shouldn't be too much to talk about here. As for ground rules, they're rather straightforward here at Armin Wolf Arena. The umpire's definitely familiar with it. Jendrik Speer will know them. He's been here to watch games throughout the season. And for the Czech players, like we were talking about, a lot of them have been here either to play with the Legionäre or to play here with the national team in the past. Team Germany already getting ready in front of their dugout, as the play conference will wrap up any moment. Last details being exchanged. I feel like they're just having a nice chat there. And now there's the shake hands. So they are departing back to their dugouts, the managers are, and we look down to Team Germany and we hope that Johannes, who's down there with the camera, will not get run over when they take the field, but I'm sure he will be on the lookout, and so will the German players. I'm confident that they will manage to pass him, but we'll get a nice shot of them taking the field for this first game of this Germany versus Czech Republic series. And here they go, taking the field, and we can look over to the Czech dugout. Team Czech Republic also huddling up inside the dugout, getting ready for their first offense. And Germans taking the field. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for Team Czech Republic. Leading off will be third baseman Jakub Kubica, followed by the left fielder Marek Krejčík. Batting third will be second baseman Wojciech Mędzik. Batting fourth, cleaning up the designated hitter Martin Červenka. Batting fifth is the right fielder Michal Žindelka. Batting sixth, first baseman Martin Muzik. Batting seventh is the shortstop Milan Prokop. Batting eighth, the catcher Matusz Bubenik. And batting ninth will be center fielder Arnošt Dubovi. Looking over to the mound, to the starting pitcher for Team Germany, it is number 28, Jonathan Schäfer. Here are his stats for the German season. 5-5 his record, 69 innings pitched, an earned run average of 3.35, 64 hits, 40 walks, and 66 strikeouts. So he is getting ready, throwing his last couple of warm-up pitches, as the first Czech hitters already taking their practice swings. And the throw of Vincent Ahrens to second base also completed, and that means we're ready to get underway with the first inning, which is presented by Only Subs. And we can see Jakub Kubica shaking hands there with Patrick Meister and Vincent Ahrens as he steps into the batter's box. And we're ready for baseball. It's a beautiful Thursday night. It didn't look that great weather-wise earlier today, but just in time for the game, sun made its way through the clouds. It looks good throughout the night. We'll care about the coming days once we get there. But for tonight, we have beautiful baseball weather. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman fields it, and it's thrown over a congregation of Simon Bäumer and Jonathan Schäfer. There was a little bit of trouble there on the right side of the infield. Simon Bäumer as well as Elias Huber going towards the ball, and then it was a little bit of confusion between pitcher and first baseman there around the bag, and that allows Jakub Kubica to reach on the error. Second hitter for Team Czech Republic already in the batter's box. Marek Krejčerik. Let's see if Team Czech Republic can make use of their leadoff man on board. As that one is sky towards left center field, long run and a diving catch in center field by Paul Wittmann, showing that he's definitely learned in the US. We'll take another look at that one. What a start. Well hit by Krejčerik, and then it's Wittmann laying out in center field. Take another look, loses the hat, makes the grab just in front of Luca Herger, who's coming over from left field. And then they're almost able to double up Kubica at first base, but he makes it back safely. Getting the highlight reel started. The first out for Team Czech Republic, as that one's fouled back. Wojciech Mędzik in the batter's box. Yeah, Paul Wittmann showing off his defensive skills here early in the game. And that ball was trouble. If it gets down, might roll even further. Both outfielders having to lay out, trying to get it. Coordination working out there. Paul Wittmann taking charge, being the one actually diving for the ball, with Herger backing him up. And it's a 1-1 count for Mędzik as he takes that one for ball 2. As there's a pickoff over to first base. Not a huge danger there for Kubica, but he had to dive to get back in there. It was a good throw by Jonathan Schäfer. As that one misses, it's 3-1 for Mędzik. The 3-1 is in there for strike 2, as Mędzik was trying to stroll towards first base. He's back in the batter's box with a full count. Let's see what Jonathan Schäfer can do here on the payoff. Grounded left side, through the left side for a base hit. That's the first hit of the ball game, as the Czech have runners on first and second with 1 out. Long at bat here for Mędzik, and gets the better end of Jonathan Schäfer in the end. Jonathan Schäfer, playing with the Stuttgart Reds, had a really good start to the season. Wasn't quite able to keep it up at the extraordinary level that he was playing on at the start of the season, as we see Martin Červenka digging in, trying to keep this offensive inning going. As that one is taken for ball 1. For both teams, most of the players play in their respective home leagues. The Germans have a couple guys playing in the US, but for Team Czech Republic, all of them playing in the Czech First League, in the Extraliga. Second pitch for Červenka is the first strike. So also all the statistics you see on screen, they're all taken from this season, from the respective leagues. So here's the 1-1. That's grounded hard down the line, past the diving Eric Brenk, and that will score the first run for Team Czech Republic. As coming in is Kubica, and Červenka slides into second base just ahead of the tag by Elias Huber. And so that is an RBI double down the line for Martin Červenka. And Team Czech Republic take a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. So they got the good start, getting out of the gate quickly. And they still have runners on second and third with just one out. So a chance to keep it going here. Michal Žindelka. Schäfer able to start him off with a strike. As that one gets past Vincent Ahrens, and the second run is going to score on the wild pitch. So it's 2-0 Team Czech Republic. As that one was way outside. Ahrens trying his best to stop it, but just couldn't get there. Well, the German fans quieted down a little bit here for the start of the game, but obviously we'll have plenty of baseball, plenty of game action ahead of us. 2-0 Czech Republic here in the first inning. Two and two the count. That pitch blocked by Ahrens, and we have another full count for Michal Žindelka. Fly ball towards right field, and that one is caught by Tobias Maul for the second out as the third run crosses the plate. As that is the first strike for Martin Mužič. Foul ball. Yeah, I actually lied on that diving catch. It was Darren Richards making the catch. I somehow got two different lineups from the German team and apparently took the wrong one. So I'm sorry for that. Darren Richards was the one who made the great diving catch out there before. As that one is blooped towards right field and it dunks in for another hit for Team Czech Republic. A base hit for Martin Music. And it's Paul Wittmann in left field, and Luca Hörger, who I mentioned, is actually DHing for Team Germany today. As we have Jendrik Speer. Oh no, it's actually Kevin Chichoki out there on the mound talking to the starting pitcher. But the visit already over, but it has been a little bit of a rough inning for the first inning for Jonathan Schäfer. Just one of the 3 runs is earned due to the error we had on the very first play of the game. But still, it's a 3-run lead for Team Czech Republic here in the first inning, and they have another runner on first base. And that one is hit by pitch. So that will put another runner on base. Runs at first and second with 2 outs. So another good chance here for Team Czech Republic if they can keep it going with the offense this way. Matusz Bubenik takes the first pitch for a ball. The hit by pitch was Milan Prokop. And it's a 2-0 count here for Bubenik. Not a lot of action in the German bullpen as of yet. There's a couple guys back there, but nobody throwing yet. I think Jendrik Speer definitely wants to go with Jonathan Schäfer for a little longer. That one's grounded foul left side. There you could see the German bullpen and the players loosening a little bit back there. Pitch outside. It's a full count. Once again, 32 pitches already for Jonathan Schäfer here in the first inning. Definitely not what the German team wanted to see. That's a check swing foul ball, almost getting Arnoš Dubovi, who's warming up there on the on-deck circle. And that is strike 3, a looking strikeout to end this top of the first inning. But it is 3 runs for Team Czech Republic as they have an early lead here got going well, and we'll see Team Germany coming to bat for the first time in the bottom half of the first. We'll be right back. We are moving to the bottom of the first inning, and we can see the starting pitcher for Team Czech Republic on your screen. It's Tomáš Ondra, 12 innings pitched this season, an earned run average of 6.0, 19 hits, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts. And this is a mound that should feel familiar to him. As we take a look at the German starting lineup, and this should also be the correct one now, as I got tricked there by the German coaching staff. Alexander Schmidt, the shortstop, leads off, followed by the catcher Vincent Ahrens. Batting third is third baseman Eric Brink. Batting fourth, the second baseman Elias Huber. Batting fifth, the right fielder Tobias Maul. First baseman Simon Bäumer bats sixth. Luca Höger is the DH, he bats seventh. Paul Wittmann is batting eighth, playing left field correctly. And the center fielder is Darian Richards. He bats ninth. And there's already the first hitter for Team Germany in the batter's box. It's Alexander Schmidt. He's gonna lead us off. And the first pitch thrown by Tomáš Ondra is a strike. Followed up by strike two right away. You can see Vincent Ahrens getting loose. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off by Alexander Schmidt, just getting a piece of it. Tomáš Ondra, Alexander Schmidt, they've been teammates, so they know each other. Here's another 1-2. As that one's fly towards right center field. It's hanging up there for a little bit, and Anos Dubovi comes over and makes the catch for the first out. Not a big problem there for the Czech center fielder. Just a little bit too much time in the air there. As we have Vincent Ahrens in the batter's box. Let's see if Germany can also get some runners on the board, or even their first runs on the board here in the first inning. But Team Czech Republic definitely getting a good start defensively with the first out and the first strike for Vincent Ahrens. as that was ball one. Full ball over the spectators and out of the stadium, as far as I can tell. There's Eric Brank, long-time national team player. As we wait for the 1-2 by Tomas Ondra, which is swung on and missed. So there's a strikeout for the second out. As Ondra went to the outside and Brank not able. Aron's not able to get it. As we have Eric Brank stepping in now. As he swings on the first pitch, grounded left side. Kubica has a little bit of trouble, but he stays with it and makes the play for out number 3. So it's a quick 1-3 inning for Team Czech Republic defensively here in the first, as they have a 3-0 lead. Going into the second inning, we will be right back.
Biberger Lift. Wir vermieten Scherenarbeitsbühnen, Teleskoparbeitsbühnen, Mastbühnen, Raupenbühnen, LKW-Arbeitsbühnen, Hubmaststapler, Teleskopstapler, Hubwagen und vieles mehr. Kundenzufriedenheit ist bei uns Chefsache. Biberger Lift, Ihr Meisterbetrieb in Regensburg-Haselbach.
We're back here to start the second inning, just in time, as the first pitch is a strike. Jonathan Schäfer is still on the mound. He's back for his second inning. And we're already at the bottom of the Czech lineup with Arnoš Dubovi, the number 9 hitter, leading us off here in the second inning. Shows how much offense Team Czech Republic was able to create in the first. Bringing 8 hitters to the plate, scoring 3 runs. As that one is foul tipped for strike 2. But Jendrik Speer, the German coach, wants to see how Jonathan Schäfer can bounce back. There is some action in the German bullpen now, though. As that one is fly towards right field. Tobias Maul on the way, and he cannot make the catch. As it drops in right field, and Arnoš Dubovi is going to be into second base. As we'll take another look. And I think Tobias Maul just one step too slow. As it's going to be a leadoff double for Arnoš Dubovi. Fourth hit of the night for Team Czech Republic. as they get it started with another extra base hit, their second extra base hit of the evening. And we're back to the top of the order now with Jakub Kubica, who scored the first run of the game. Another pitch outside, 3-0 the count for Kubica, as Jonathan Schäfer is still struggling here. Let's see if he can come back here with a strike. Yes, he can. As I mentioned, there is action in the German bullpen. It looks to be, let me check, Rickard Koch. If I saw that right, with number 16 out there in the German bullpen. As that one is fouled back and the count is full, so Schäfer coming back into the at-bat. So here's the payoff, and it misses for ball 4. Close pitch there by Jonathan Schäfer, but it is a walk for Jakub Kubica. We'll take a little look at that one. Maybe just a bit inside, maybe a little bit low, maybe a little bit too much in both directions. And it ended up being ball 4 after Schäfer came back from the 3-0 count. Not able to get Kubica to swing or strike him out. And here's a bunt. Beautiful bunt down the left side, fielded by Eric Brank. He throws on the run. He gets the out at first against Marek Krejčík. But the sacrifice successful. Krejčík executing it perfectly, and Brank making just as nice of a play on the other end, making sure they get the out at first. That was all the Germans could get out of this. But it puts 2 runners in scoring position for Team Czech Republic, with Wojciech Mędzik coming up, who singled in the first and came around to score the second Czech run. Here's the first pitch, swing and a miss, as Schäfer starts him off with the off-speed pitch. As that is a foul tip for strike 2. One of the few times that Jonathan Schäfer has been able to really get ahead in the count. Rather been pitching from behind. Swing and a miss, but he gets the strikeout. Wojciech Mędzik not able to make contact here, and Jonathan Schäfer gets a potentially big strikeout for the second out here in the top of the second inning. Another time he used that breaking ball nicely. Drops out of the zone, and Mędzik not able to recognize it early enough. As we have an intentional walk for Martin Červenka. Germans don't want to deal with him in this situation. He doubled in the first, but now Jendrik Speer is also on the way out to the mound as we follow Červenka to first base, and then we'll take a look at what the German coach has to say. And I think I already saw him point to the bullpen, so it looks like this will be it for Jonathan Schäfer as he departs, and we'll have a new man on the mound for Team Germany in just a moment when we come back here in the top of the second inning.
Bischofshof, das Regensburger Hell für Freunde.
Rickard Koch takes over on the mound for Jonathan Schäfer. You see his stats from the DBL North. He's a member of the Bonn Capitals. 1 win to his name, 4 innings pitched, an earned run average of 7.0. 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, so has not pitched all that much throughout the season. A lot of the pitching work for the Bonn Capitals obviously being done by Markus Solbach and Niklas Rimmel. So then in general, not too much work for the Bonn bullpen. That will also be interesting to watch with the semifinals just 2 weeks away. So we have Rickard Koch taking over, and he will be tasked with a bases loaded jam that Jonathan Schäfer got the German team into by means of a double, a walk, and an intentional walk. And for Team Czech Republic, we'll have Michal Žindelka trying to capitalize on it. Had that sacrifice fly in the first. And Koch starts it off with a strike. As that one gets past Ahrens, and just like in the first inning, Team Czech Republic able to get a run on a wild pitch. Again, it is too far outside, and Ahrens trying to get it with the glove, not trying to scoot over to block it, and it gets by him for another run. It obviously bounced in the left-handed hitter's batting box. It's 4-0 Czech Republic, as that is a swing and a miss. Couldn't hold up there. That's Žindelka with his second strike. 1-2 his count. So here's the 1-2 outside, 2-2. There's Martin Chervenka on second base. Kubica at third. That one is fouled off to the right. And it lands on the roof. So also no chance for the many, many kids in the stadium to get that one. Still a 2-2 count. Let's see if Rickard Koch can get out of this without any further damage. As Jindelka able to check his swing there. Runs the count full. Waiting on deck is Martin Mujic. As there's a swing and a miss. Rickard Koch gets the strikeout. So the 1-run scores on the wild pitch. But then Germany able to get out of the inning. They give up another run though, so they're down 4-0 here after 1.5 innings of play. Still lots of time, lots of chances for Team Germany to come back into this one, but they will have to find a way against the Czech pitching when we come back. We are back for the bottom half of the second inning. Team Germany down 4-0 against Team Czech Republic, as Tomáš Andra would like a new ball, which he will of course get. And the first hitter for Team Germany, who is getting ready for his first time at bat here, is second baseman Elias Huber. Played here just a week ago with the Gauting Indians in the last games of the DBL regular season against the Guggenberger Legionäre. Getting a split last Saturday, and the first pitch thrown by Tomáš Andra is a strike. As you can hear the crowd getting into this a little bit, as that one is grounded right side. Martin Mujic has it, flips to Tomáš Andra for the first out. Different to what we saw with Team Germany when they had a little bit of confusion there on a ground ball on the right side. Here, everything working nicely for Team Czech Republic. Martin Mujic with the clean flip for this first out of the second inning. And here's Tobias Maul. We saw him defensively in right field, just not able to get to that one ball. That was hit deep to right field by Dubovi. Let's see what he can do offensively. Has made himself a name already this year, hitting very well for the Gauting Indians. Also showing off his power, getting quite a couple of home runs on the board as well, as he swings and misses on this pitch by Tomáš Andra for strike 2. Let's see Simon Bäumer on deck. We'll see him in just a little bit. Well, first we'll look at this 0-2, which is outside. 1 and 2. Outside and low. Count is even at 2 and 2. Tomáš Ondra showing good command here overall in these first 2 innings. Obviously also being efficient. Still keeping the Germans off the bases so far for those first 4 outs. That is a swing and a miss and the strikeout for Tobias Maul for out number 2. And you can definitely hear that Simon Bäumer is somebody that the Regensburg baseball fans know. Playing with the Legionäres since this season and has already given a lot of positive memories to the Regensburg baseball fans. Mostly DHing for the Legionäre. Sometimes coming in as a pitcher for Team Germany. He's playing first base in tonight's game. Second pitch, swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Another big swing there by Simon Bäumer. Trying to do some damage here. In the Prague Baseball Week, having that clutch hit in the finals after not really having a lot of success throughout the tournament. But that was one of those moments where you could tell how one at bat, one swing can change a whole tournament. But in this case, Tomáš Ondra stays ahead of the German hitters, gets another strikeout, gets another 1-2-3 inning. And after 2 innings of play, Team Czech Republic up 4-0.
Die Redewendung etwas auf die lange Bank schieben kommt aus Regensburg. Sie geht zurück auf den immerwährenden Reichstag. Damals war Regensburg das politische Zentrum Europas. Seit 2006 ist die Stadt an der Donau UNESCO-Weltkulturerbe. Die Oberpfalz. Da schau her.
This is DTL3, Donald Thomas Lutz III, former big leaguer and current German national team player. I specialize in baseball batting gloves. My signature edition is the Breathe edition, which carries a special message to remind yourself to breathe while you're in the batter's box in high-pressure situations. You can find your DTL3 baseball gear right here in the Legionäre fan shop, or you can look me up online at dtl3.com. Ich bedanke mich schon mal im Voraus für eure Unterstützung.
We're back here for the 3rd inning. As we're just back in time for Martin Musik digging into the batter's box. Rickard Koch is back out on the mound as he finished the second inning coming in for Jonathan Schäfer, and stays in the game, stays on the mound. Let's see if this pitching change and overall getting a mental reset maybe in the dugout allows Team Germany to quiet down the Czech offense for a little bit. You don't want to let them run away with this one. 4-0 early, but that is obviously not something you can't overcome, as that one's grounded back to Rickard Koch. He runs it over, flips it to Simon Bäumer for out number 1. Rickard Koch quick to get the glove down. We'll see it again right here. And gets the hop in the right height. And then the out is more of a formality than a big challenge. As we can see, Milan Prokop, the Czech shortstop, stepping in. First pitch by Rickard Koch is a strike. Swing and a miss, that's strike 2. Czech team having some discussions there. Matusz Bubenik getting some last minute information maybe on Rickard Koch, as that one just misses for ball 1. Rickard Koch shaking Vincent Ahrens a couple times, but they've agreed on a pitch, but that one misses outside. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 2. Rickard Koch with a good start to the game, or to his game, I should say. As that one is grounded left side, through the left side for a base hit for Matusz Bubenik. He is on first. No chance for the German infield, Alex Schmidt and Eric Brank, to get to that one. So for the 3rd inning in a row, Team Czech Republic have a runner on board, even though it's with 2 outs here in the 3rd. And we've reached the bottom of the order for the 2nd time already. Anders Dubovi for his 2nd at bat, doubled in the 2nd inning to lead off the 2nd, that was. And the first pitch by Rickard Koch was a ball. That one is a hard hit ball down the line, fair ball down the line. Eric Brank over at 3rd base, can't believe it, and it gets stuck at the tarp. So that's going to be a dead ball, and it will be a ground rule double. Let's take another look, as Eric Brank still can't believe that that was a fair ball. We'll see it here. It's hard to tell. Looking at it live, I thought it was fair, but it's really hard to tell on the replay. Germany may have been lucky there with the ball getting stuck in the tarp, so that only allows Bubenik to go to 3rd. If that ball rolls further down the line, it might even allow him to score, as Jendrik Speer out there to talk to the home plate umpire, Patrick Meister, with the 3rd base umpire, moved into the field with how the runners were. Meister is the only one who can make that call. Like I said, it looked fair to me in live, but Brenk was pretty adamant right away, signaling that in his opinion it was foul. But you saw on the replay, like, not really a chance to clearly tell. We don't have the 40 cameras that Major League Baseball has in their stadiums. First pitch for Jakub Kubica is a ball. We're back to the top of the order. And Team Czech Republic threatening once again, 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Team Germany trying to get out of this without giving up another run, as that one is grounded up the middle. Alexander Schmidt has it, throws over to first for out number 3. So the call down the line doesn't matter in the end, as Germany gets out of this top half of the 3rd inning, but it's another 2 hits for Team Czech Republic. They leave 2 runners on, and they still lead 4-0. We're back for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Team Germany trying to get on base for the first time, as that one is fouled back by Luca Höger, who's leading us off here in the 3rd inning for Team Germany. Great to see so many of you here in the chat. Warm welcome to everybody who joined a little later. Team Czech Republic got off to a great start, getting 3 runs in the 1st inning and another one in the 2nd. That's what makes up their 4-0 lead. You can see Paul Wittmann there warming up, getting ready, watching Luca Höger. As Höger takes this one for ball 2. Ball 3 for Luca Höger, who's being patient, trying to work the count. Tomáš Ondra, starting pitcher for Team Czech Republic, has been very efficient so far, just 25 pitches into the 3rd inning here. It was a 3-1. That one's fouled back and into the announcer's booth. I think everybody got out of the way. I was watching it slowly, and it is funny in here, like, there is the fence. You can see the top of the fence at the bottom of the screen, and when the fence was built and the stadium was renovated back in '09, there was some very intelligent statics person that calculated that it's not possible to hit a ball into here. Lots of players have proven otherwise. You can see it makes it just over the fence and banged against the table over there. But as all of you who've been following baseball know, if you're at the baseball game, you always have to be on the lookout whether there's a ball flying your way. But like I said, all good over there on the other side of the booth, as that one misses high, and it's going to be a walk for Luca Herger, giving Team Germany their first base runner of the night. For the first time they have a base runner, and for the first time, obviously, it is the leadoff man making his way onto first, and we'll see if that is something that they can directly capitalize on as Paul Wittmann steps in. Talked about it earlier in the broadcast, playing in the United States. Now, he was injured for quite a bit of the year, but has been able to come back from that injury as he skies that one foul. He talked about it in his interview pregame, that the injury, on a positive note, is giving him another year where he can stay with his college, with his team. Here's the 0-1, grounded towards second, flip to short and over to first, in time for the double play. So the leadoff runner directly erased by a nice double play turned by Milan Prokop over at short. Menjik with the flip, Prokop, and then the quick throw over to first. Paul Wittmann trying to hustle it out, not able to beat it. And that means no base runners anymore for Team Germany on the 4-6-3 double play. And Darian Richards is the hitter with nobody on and 2 out, as he fouls one back. Again, getting close to the booth. This time he came back into the stands. There's also something that you need to be on the lookout if you're down there. Sometimes those balls hit the front of the building and they come back. As that is ball 1 for Darren Richards, evens the count at 1. Ground ball, left side, slowly hit. Kubica on the run, not able to make the play. So that's a base hit. Hustle single for Darren Richards. Kubica trying his best, but just not able to beat the speedy Darren Richards. And we're back to the top of the order for Team Germany with Alexander Schmidt. Grounded to short, and they go the quick way to second base, 4 out, number 3. And I think we have a new shortstop in the field, at least I was told in the chat. So there's a change by Team Czech Republic. So that is the forced play at second. No runs for Team Germany. It's still 4-0 for Team Czech Republic when we come back with the 4th inning. We go to the 4th inning. That means 4th offense for Team Czech Republic. Rickard Koch still on the mound for Team Germany. Thank you to the chat, noting that Rickard Koch is also playing on a US college, and that's why his pitching stats from the German league are obviously limited, because he's spending most of his time in the US. As that one is grounded to the right side. And Team Germany, Elias Huber to Simon Bäumer for out number 1. Marek Krejcerik not able to make his way onto base so far tonight. Here's Wojtek Mędzik with nobody on, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning, as that one bounced before, or in front of, I should say, Vincent Ahrens. Another ball in the dirt. So 2-0 the count. Rickard Koch comes back with a strike. Three and 1 to count for Mędzik. Grounded, sounded like a broken bat towards Elias Huber, who boots it. And that is going to be the 2nd error on the German shortstop tonight. And that allows Wojtek Mędzik to reach. Looked like a routine ground ball, and somehow not able to get his glove in the right spot there was Elias Huber. So Team Czech Republic has another runner on the board for their designated hitter, Martin Červenka. Got the intentional walk earlier with the first base being open in the 2nd inning. Had the double in the 1st. So Team Germany will definitely know to be careful with him. As we can see, Czech bench locked in, following closely what is happening there on the field. Runner goes. Throw to second, not in time. Able to slide around the tag there was Wojtek Mędzik. Getting himself into scoring position. Elias Huber trying to sell it, but tag just came a tad too late. It's a 1-1 count on Červenka, who now has another chance for an RBI with the runner in scoring position. As he hits that one towards 3rd. And now they have Mędzik in the rundown. Let's see if they can execute it. There's the throw to 3rd, and now the throw to 2nd, but Červenka heads up base running, able to get to 2nd base. But Germany able to get the lead runner, with Mędzik a little too far off 3rd base, and Eric Brenk recognizing it And then applying the put out, Alex Schmidt trying his best to even get something more at second base, but like I said, Cervenka able to get over there fast enough. That means we got 2 outs, runner still at second base. And the first pitch for Michael Jindelka is a strike. Czech offense keeps the pressure on. Team Germany constantly having to deal with the base runners here. As that one's grounded again, left side, but this time it's clearly foul as it rolls down towards the German bullpen. Cervenka strolling back to second base to take his lead again. Here's the 0-2 outside, 1-2. Ricker Koch steps off. And he wants to talk to Vincent Ahrens, as they've apparently not been able to get on the same page here on what they want to throw. So they'll rather have a quick conversation about it. Ends quickly. First visit for Team Germany. And now Rickard Koch back on the mound, trying to get the third out against Michael Jindelka. So here's the 1-2 pitch by Rickard Koch. Grounded towards short. Alexander Schmidt has it. And he throws to first for out number 3. That ends the top half of the fourth inning, obviously. No runs for Team Czech Republic. They had another base runner by the error, but not able to capitalize. That means we stay at 4-0 in favor of Team Czech Republic.
Lift. Wir vermieten Scherenarbeitsbühnen, Teleskoparbeitsbühnen, Mastbühnen, Raupenbühnen, LKW-Arbeitsbühnen, Hubmaststapler, Teleskopstapler, Hubwagen und vieles mehr. Kundenzufriedenheit ist bei uns Chefsache. Biberger Lift, Ihr Meisterbetrieb in Regensburg-Haselbach.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for Team Czech Republic, number 31. It's Lukáš Erkoli. He takes over after 3 solid, very solid innings by Tomáš Ondra. And as it was mentioned in the chat earlier, we also have a new shortstop already in the game for Team Czech Republic. That is Szymon Blažek. He took over for Milan Prokop. And now we're back into the next German offense. Vincent Ahrens to lead us off, as Team Germany still trying to get their first runs on the board. First pitch by Lukas Ercoli is a ball. The second one is a strike. Also, thank you into the chat, Markus Himmelstoß with the €1.19 super hot dog, as Vincent Ahrens lost his bat. He has to get some better grip here, almost hitting Bubenik on the backswing. Yeah, thank you for the 119 super hot dog. Marco's actually sitting right behind me, working with all of us on this game to bring it to you at home. And the super chats, the super stickers, those are options you can use if you want to support Legionäre TV here in the chat. Obviously, all of our team members doing this on a voluntary basis. And we hope you enjoy the broadcast. And if you're here to enjoy it, that's all we can really ask for. But if you want to do something extra and support us on a financial level as well, that is obviously something we highly appreciate. As that ball was picked up and they tried to throw it to the fans and it ended up back on the field. Actually in our camera's box down there. It's a 2-2 count for Ahrens, as that one misses inside. Full count. So Vincent Ahrens trying to work his way on base. Swing and a miss. It's a second strikeout for Ahrens tonight, as this is out number one here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Ercoli able to get his first strikeout of the night. Team Germany still struggling to make any offensive progress against Czech pitching so far. First pitch for Eric Brank is a strike. Grounded, left side. Kubica has some time and throws in time for out number two. Was not hit all too hard, and Kubica gloved it on the run and then took his time, made a good throw for the second out. And with two outs, that brings up Elias Huber. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike. Strike two. One-two pitch from Ercoli. Swing and a foul ball, just got a piece of it. Almost striking out there, Elias Huber. And it bounces past Matusz Bubenik. Here's another one too. That one is high. Inside. Runs the count full. It's Elias Huber being patient. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. Team Czech Republic. Pitching stays on top. Does not allow a base runner here in the 4th inning. And at the end of the 4th inning, it's still 4-0 for Team Czech Republic. And we're back here for the 5th inning. You saw a little bit of kiss cam action here at the stadium. No Coldplay moments, fortunately. As that first pitch has popped up in foul territory. Arendt's giving it a look, and he makes the catch. Second of the look, Vincent Arendts, that ball was sky high, and Arendts tracked it down and made the grab for the first out of the 5th inning. That was Martin Mujic, and now Simon Blažič in the batter's box. As he hits that one well towards center field, and it dunks in front of Darren Richards for a single. Blažič, who came in for Milan Prokop, playing shortstop. Matusz Bubenik takes the first pitch inside. Yeah, in the chat it was mentioned we have 650 people watching the stream right now. And only now it's, I think, 61 thumbs up on the stream. I hope there's more people enjoying the stream. So if you want, give us a thumbs up. It helps us on YouTube to reach even more people. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be even better. And we'd highly appreciate it. There's lots of baseball that we broadcast here on Legionäre TV. And obviously, we are happy if a lot of people are watching. English commentary now for the national team games. We'll be back to usual German commentary for the German semifinal just 2 weeks from now. As we have a 3-1 count for Matusz Bubenik. And also we have a new pitcher on the mound for Team Germany, by the way, here in this 5th inning. It's Joel Petzold, who just gave up a walk to Matusz Bubenik. Janusz Dubovi squares to bunt, but pulls it back. That is the first strike. As Dubovi able to check his swing, but the pitch was in the zone, so it's a 1-1 count. Foul ball. So we can put a good outing for Rickard Koch on our notepad, and Joel Petzold trying to continue that, but he is facing 2 runners on. Here's the 1-2, blocked by Vincent Ahrens. As we have a beautiful view there from the left field stands. Once again, great to see lots of people coming out for this first game of this week's 3-game series. As stepping off is Joel Petzold, and we get another quick meeting on the mound. Vincent Ahrens coming out, Alexander Schmidt joining as well. Thanks to everybody who has hit that like button. The number has rocketed up to 91. I'm sure we can get to 100. We still have a couple innings ahead of us. And we still have Joel Petzold on the mound for Team Germany here. Trying to leave a good impression. Getting ready for the Under-23 Championship starting next week. And there's a strike for Janusz Dubovi. As he is down on strikes. So that is the second out. Not happy about it. That brings up top of the order. We're back to the top of the order with Jakub Kubica. Our chat is always on top of things. We currently have 3,977 subscribers here on our Legionäre TV channel. So maybe we can get up to 4,000. That will be a nice thing to achieve. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, it's totally free. You can do so. You can find the button right below the stream. Or you can find it even in the bottom right corner of the stream, so it's just one click away. As we have a 3-1 count for Jakub Kubica. As you can see, Szymon Blažek on second base. As that one's grounded back to the pitcher, Joel Petzold, he runs it over, flips to Simon Bäumer for out number 3. So that ends the top of the 5th inning. No further runs for Team Czech Republic on a hit. They leave 2 men on. We're halfway through. Team Czech Republic still up 4-0 on those 4 early runs they got. We're still waiting for the first German runs. We're coming back with the bottom of the 5th inning.
Lift. Wir vermieten Scherenarbeitsbühnen, Teleskoparbeitsbühnen, Mastbühnen, Raupenbühnen, LKW-Arbeitsbühnen, Hubmaststapler, Teleskopstapler, Hubwagen und vieles mehr. Kundenzufriedenheit ist bei uns Chefsache. Biberger Lift, Ihr Meisterbetrieb in Regensburg-Haselbach.
We're back for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Team Germany still looking for their first run. It's Tobias Maul leading it off for Team Germany here in the 5th inning. Waiting for his second pitch, and he skies that one to left field. And that one is high and not very far. Coming in is the left fielder Krejcik, and he makes the catch for the first out. Marek Krejcik, he froze, and then he had to sprint hard to get in and make the catch. So that was a first out. It sounded like a good contact, but it was too high and not far enough. And we have Simon Bäumer in the batter's box for Team Germany. So he takes another hack. as Bäumer hits that one towards right field, but also right in reach of Michael Jindelka, who makes the catch for out number 2. Luca Hörger in the batter's box. One and one to count for Luca Hörger. Takes that one for ball 2. That one is fouled back towards the stands, and it will come down again. And it sounds like somebody caught it. A young fan down there got the ball. There it is. Luca Hörger is still one of just 2 Germans to reach base, if you don't count the fielder's choice that Alex Schmidt reached on. He walked in the 3rd inning. There is pure joy on that face and a hug for the proud dad. And that is ball 4. It's the second walk that Luca Hörger is able to work tonight. This is, by the way, what you're missing by not being in the stadium. There's a whole variety of food, including some pizza slices tonight. And there's also good atmosphere, not just in the stadium, but also with the folks that are working in here. There's still 2 more games to go. One tomorrow night and one on Saturday afternoon. So if you are in the area, there's still tickets available on legionäre.de. You'll find every information there. And we'd be happy to welcome you in the stadium in the next couple days. Ground ball right side, and a little bit of trouble for Martin Mujic to pick it up, but he does so in the end, steps on the base for out number 3. So that is the end of the 5th inning. Germany able to get a man on board, but not able to capitalize. It is still 4-0 in favor of Team Czech Republic after 5 innings of play. We'll come back with inning number 6.
Bischofshof, das Regensburger Hell für Freunde.
We go to the 6th inning. Team Czech Republic back on offense. Joel Petzold on the mound for his second inning of work. Marek Krejcerik leading it off for Team Czech Republic as he takes the second pitch for the first ball, so it's a 1-1 count. Pitch outside and low, 2-1. You can see Team Czech Republic there all up against the dugout fence. As that is strike 2 for Krejcerik. As he strikes out on the foul tip, Joel Petzold able to get his second strikeout. Vincent Ahrens able to hold on for the strikeout. Wojtek Mędzik comes into the batter's box. He's 1 for 3. Singled in the first, struck out in the second, and reached on an error in the fourth inning. And he takes this one for strike 1. Fouled back. And another strikeout. So that is the second out as Mędzik down on strikes. With 2 down, that brings up Martin Červenka. Another big swing and a miss for Martin Červenka, so it's 0-2. Joel Petzold being quickly back on the rubber, trying to keep up the tempo, not giving the Czech hitters too much time. And here's the 0-2 already. That one's grounded weakly left side. Eric Brink coming in, charging, throws for out number 3. And that was a quick 1-2-3 inning. The first 1-2-3 inning for Germany on defense here in the top of the 6th inning, as they keep it at 4-0, still looking to get their first runs on the board. They have another couple of chances, but they need to start at some point. We'll be right back.
Ist die flüssige Seele der Oberpfalz. Seit dem 15. Jahrhundert verleiht dieses Bier den Menschen Kraft und Mut. Und durch die traditionelle Brauweise schmeckt jeder Zeugel so einzigartig wie seine Region. Die Oberpfalz, da schau her.
This is DTL3, Donald Thomas Lutz III, former big leaguer and current German national team player. I specialize in baseball batting gloves. My signature edition is the Breathe edition, which carries a special message to remind yourself to breathe while you're in the batter's box in high pressure situations. You can find your DTL3 baseball gear right here in the Legionäre fan shop, or you can look me up online at dtl3.com. Ich bedanke mich schon mal im Voraus für eure Unterstützung.
Česko měnilo pitchera, nový pitcher 114 kg,
We have a new pitcher on the mound who's just finished his warm-up pitches. It's Filip Czapka. He takes over on the mound. You can see his stats right there. 4.2 records, 56.2 innings pitched, 5.72 the earned run average. He will try to keep going what Team Czech Republic has been showing so far on the mound. Let's see if he can do so. As we have Darian Richards leading off for Team Germany. Took the first pitch. Was the first ball. That is the first strike. Two and one, as we have a little vote going on in the chat between who you think will win tonight's game. Team Germany will have to find some offense to turn it around. Down 4-0 here in the 6th inning. Not had a lot of success. A lone hit on the scoreboard by this man who is at bat right now, Darren Richards. And he works a leadoff walk. So the leadoff man is on base for Team Germany. The last time that happened was in the 3rd inning. And back then it was Luca Höger, and it got erased on a double play right away. Let's see if Germany can make better use of it this time. Okay, there's a lot of Team Germany believers in the chat. Let's see if the German team gives you some good arguments for the hope you have in them. Runner goes. Alex Schmidt shows bunt, pulls back. Richards safe with the stolen base. So he puts himself into scoring position, using his speed on the bases. As you can see him take off here. And he slides in ahead of the tag. Alexander Schmidt still in the batter's box. Took that first pitch for a strike. Still shows bunt and takes another strike. So here's the 0-2. That one is high. Check swing, and Alex Schmidt could not hold up as he's down on strikes. Take another look right here. And yeah, he just went too far around. Good pitch there by Czapka for the first out. It's Vincent Ahrens in the batter's box. Now batting left-handed. And he hits the first pitch back to the pitcher, who goes to third. And Richards is out, trying to advance to third on this ball. That was right back to the pitcher. And Czapka with the heads-up play. You see Richards trying everything to somehow get to third base quickly enough, but that was the wrong ball to run on right away. Brings up Eric Brank with 2 outs, runner on first base. Eric Brink 0 for 2, grounded out to third twice. Foul ball, second strike for Eric Brink. So good defense by Team Czech Republic again helps them to relieve a little bit of the pressure. Germany had the runner in scoring position. Now it's just a runner on first base. With already 2 down here in the 6th inning. There's a pickoff, and now they got Vincent Ahrens in a rundown. And Team Czech Republic able to execute it for out number 3. So that ends the 6th inning. Again, no runs for Team Germany. There's still a 0 there on the scoreboard. As we see that rundown once more. At the end of 6 innings, it's still 4 for Team Czech Republic, nothing for Team Germany. When we come back, we're already in the 7th. We move to the 7th inning. Joel Petzold still on the mound for Team Germany. And his first pitch is a ball. As we have Michal Zindelka leading off for Team Czech Republic. And that is the first strike. There's a foul ball. 1-2 the count. Fly ball right side in foul territory. Simon Bäumer gives it a look, but it lands several rows into the stands. So by the way, we're, according to what YouTube is showing me, just 6 people away from 4,000 subscribers here on the Legionäre TV YouTube channel. So if you want to be number 4,000, now is the time. Two-two pitch is the third ball, runs the count full. And it's ball 4. Team Germany obviously would have loved to have that one, but just missed the zone. So there's a lead-off walk for Michal Jindelka. So Team Czech Republic has the lead-off man on here in the 7th. And we have Martin Mužič in the batter's box. First pitch is a ball. Joel Petzold is, by the way, the second Stuttgart Reds pitcher we're seeing today. Jonathan Schäfer, the starter, also member of the Stuttgart Reds. As that pitch is way outside. Vincent Arends gets it with the backhand to prevent any runners from advancing. We're at 3,999 subscribers. Now is the time for number 4,000. Who is it? As we just saw Jindelka taking a couple steps and Petzold steps off. Third ball for Martin Mužič. See if Petzold can come back to the strike zone here. Yes, he can. That is strike 1. And a big thank you to all of you. We've crossed 4,000 subscribers on Legionäre TV on our YouTube channel. Actually, we jumped right to 4,005. That is a high fly ball towards left field. Paul Wittmann is out there in left field. And he makes the catch for the first out. So a big thank you to everybody who just subscribed tonight, but obviously also to everybody who has been following Legionäre TV for many, many years. While we do enjoy what we do here as the runner goes, there's a throw by Vincent Arends. It is not in time. There's a stolen base for Jindelka. While we do obviously enjoy what we do here with Legionäre TV, it wouldn't be as enjoyable if we didn't have all of you out there watching it, because if we were just doing this for ourselves, we could also just go and watch the game. No, like I said, we enjoy doing it, but we enjoy it even more with you, all of you watching and writing in the chat, as we see a balk here by Joel Petzold, as Jindelka was trying to create some action there at second base, and he was successful in doing so, causing the balk by Joel Petzold. As we get a visit on the mound, which gives us time to look at it again. Let's take a look if we can see what the balk was. Yeah, he kind of flinched there, and like, you can't do that. Third base umpire called it right away, as there was a quick visit on the mound, which has ended already. And thank you there to Melanie Bader, who joined us as a supporter here on Legionäre TV. Warm welcome to you, and thank you for this kind of support. Obviously, the subscriptions and all of you following is amazing. But obviously, we all understand that, unfortunately, as this is hit deep to left field, is it deep enough? It is! Way gone! Szymon Blažič with a deep home run to left field. A 2-run shot that gives the Czech Republic a little bit of a bigger cushion, increases the lead to 6-0. What a drive by Szymon Blažič. Well struck. And it was only the question, would it carry far enough? But it was way gone. Let's take another look at that swing. Beautiful swing. All the way through. Six 0 for Team Czech Republic. Mateusz Bubinik in the batter's box. He takes this one for his first strike. As that one is hit well towards left field. It's more of a difficult spot for Germany. Alex Schmidt with the running catch. He overran that ball a little bit, but able to bend backwards to make that catch. Let's take another look at that defensive highlight. They're all coming together there. Alex Schmidt, full speed, and then he kind of like has his glove stop in midair to make that grab because he just was a little bit too fast to get there. Both teams showing off what they're capable of here. As we've reached the bottom of the order for Team Czech Republic. Arnoš Dubovi took his first pitch for a ball. Takes the second one for a strike. That one's outside, 2-1. Yeah, thanks for all the nice words in chat as well. Very, very happy to have all of you here in the stream. As I mentioned earlier, we have 2 more games this week. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. European time. Saturday, 2 p.m. So make sure to let others know that they can tune in for this in the next couple of days. And that is the biggest help you can also give us, but just spreading the word as that one's fouled off to the right side. Count stays full. And there's strike 3 looking. So Joel Petzold gets a strikeout to end the inning, but damage has been done. The 2-run home run for Szymon Blažič increases the Czech lead to 6-0. Germany has 3 more chances to get on the board. They need to find a way with the bat. We have reached the bottom of the 7th inning. You saw a couple people dancing here for the 7th inning stretch in the stadium, getting loose and getting ready for the 2.5 innings that we still have ahead of us. And obviously the German fans still hoping for their team to find a way back into the game. Eric Brink trying to get something going here in the 7th. Oh-2 pitch, swung on and missed. The ball is dropped. Brink on his way to first, but not a big problem for Mateusz Bubinik. He throws to first to complete the strikeout. So the first out, the strikeout for Filip Czapka. Just making sure with all those changes, but it is still Filip Czapka. So with one gone, here's Elias Huber. As the first pitch slips through, but no runner on base, so no problem for Team Czech Republic. Huber is 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. As I mentioned before, not a lot of offense to show for Team Germany so far. 3 walks and 1 hit. A lone hit by Darian Richards. You see Tobias Maul waiting on deck. We'll definitely still see him here in the 7th inning, as that one is taken for strike 2. As that one is lined to center field for a base hit. So we can stop talking about the lone hit. There's the second one of the night for Team Germany. Elias Huber sending this one over the middle infield, and it dunks in front of Arnoš Dubovi. Is this maybe the spark that Team Germany needed offensively? Let's see if the teammate of Elias Huber can keep it going. Tobias Maul, both of them playing for the Gauting Indians, who came into the German Baseball League in the first league this year and made an impression. They finished 3rd in the South for quite a while throughout the season. It looked like they might even have a shot at the playoffs, but in the end, Heidenheim Heideköpfe claiming 2nd place behind the Guggenberger Legionäre. Heidenheim winning the European Champions Cup last night against the Bonn Capitals, 8-4. So congratulations also to Heidenheim. We have Luca Hörger in the lineup today from the Heideköpfe. It was an all-German affair there in the finals, since both German teams in the basically deciding games won against their Czech opponents. Line drive foul to the right side. Tobias Maul still down 0-2 in the count here. To count. Tobias Maul waiting for the pitch as he swings and misses, strikes out for out number 2. His 2nd strikeout of the night, not able to make contact against Czapka right here. So we stay with runner on first. Now 2 outs as Simon Bäumer steps in. As that one is fly towards left field, will it stay fair? No, it will not. It will land in the German bullpen. Simon Bäumer making some contact there. As the chat has started the discussion on favorites for the German championship. I don't think there's a clear favorite there right now. I think it's going to be very, very interesting semifinals and final in the next couple of weeks. There's a foul ball. It all starts here on Legionäre TV, so if you've not subscribed, you can do so. We've crossed 4,000 subscribers, so big thank you for that. We will have playoff semifinals starting here in Regensburg on Saturday, the 16th of August. So mark that. It's going to be a 2 p.m. game as we have a little bit of a visit on the mound there, or a little bit of a conversation. So we have a little bit of time. Regensburg against Hamburg. That's the semifinal where we're going to have the first 2 games here on Legionäre TV. The other semifinal is going to be a rematch of the Champions Cup final between Heidenheim and Bonn. So that will be 2 very, very interesting matchups, I expect. As that pitch is blocked, it's the first ball for Simon Bäumer. Luca Hörger, part of that Heidenheim team, is waiting on deck, hoping that Simon Bäumer can keep that inning going. There's a pickoff. Martin Mujic had to move quickly to not let that ball get away as that pickoff sailed a little high. Diving back to first was Elias Huber. Waiting on a 1-2 for Simon Bäumer. Here it comes. Watches it for strike 3. So looking strikeout ends the 7th inning. Team Germany able to get a hit, but that's all they got. Not able to move Elias Huber any further. And at the end of 7 innings of play, it's the Czech Republic 6, Germany nothing. We'll be right back for inning number 8.
Biberger Lift. Wir vermieten Scherenarbeitsbühnen, Teleskoparbeitsbühnen, Mastbühnen, Raupenbühnen, LKW-Arbeitsbühnen, Hubmaststapler, Teleskopstapler, Hubwagen und vieles mehr. Kundenzufriedenheit ist bei uns Chefsache. Biberger Lift, Ihr Meisterbetrieb in Regensburg-Haselbach.
for the top of the 8th inning, and we have a new pitcher on the mound for Team Germany. Jan-Luca Vogt takes over. 2-2 his record, 19 2/3 pitched, 3.56 earned run average, 13 hits, 15 walks, 10 strikeouts. You can see the walks a little high. Everything else looks very good for the young left-hander, who has a little bit of an unconventional delivery. We'll see how he does against Team Czech Republic as we move into the 8th inning. We also have a new catcher for Team Germany, Erik Kunze, taking over. So a new battery here in the 8th inning for Team Germany, as the first pitch is a ball. We're back to the top of the order for Team Czech Republic. Jakub Kubica is in the batter's box. And he takes the second pitch for his first strike. Luca Vogt drops that one in for strike 2. Long hold there. And that one is lifted towards right center field, coming over from right field. And making the catch is Tobias Maul for out number 1. Staying in the air for long enough to not make a big problem there in right field for Tobias Maul. As we got another substitution here by Team Czech Republic. That is Max Preda coming in for Marek Krejčík. He takes his second strike. Here's the 0-2, 1-2. And that is strike 3. The ball dropped, but tag is applied by Erik Kunze. So that's a strikeout for out number 2. Jan-Luca Vogt getting 2 quick outs to start this 8th inning. As we have Wojciech Mędzik for Team Czech Republic. First pitch is a ball. Mędzik singled in the first, struck out twice, reached on an error, scored the second Czech run all the way back in the first inning. It was a 3-run inning for those of you who joined later for Team Czech Republic. They got off to a good start and have not been looking back as that foul ball hits Erik Kunze in the mask. But he seems to be all right, as home plate umpire gives him a couple moments to recover, walking the ball out to Jan-Luca Vogt. 1-1 account for Menjik. That one is outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2. Jan-Luca Vogt trying to get out of this inning quickly. We saw Jan-Luca Vogt also with the German national team last year here for the under-18 European Championship. As the swing is checked and no swing, says the first base umpire Lars Döling in this case. Take another look. And that was the right call. Held up just in time and runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of the 8th inning. Here's the payoff by Jan-Luca Vogt, and that one is lifted. Short, center field. Alexander Schmidt is out, and he makes the catch. That one a lot easier than the one he made in foul territory before. Counts as 1 out nonetheless at the end of the top of the 8th inning. Middle of the 8th inning, it's still 6-0 Czech Republic. 2 more chances for Team Germany to get on the board and make a comeback.
Bischofshof, das Regensburger Hell für Freunde.
We're moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. We got another new pitcher for Team Czech Republic. I just need to flip my notes around as that one is hit well towards center field. Going back is Dubovi as he makes the catch for the first out. Luca Höger was the hitter here who flew out. The new pitcher for Team Czech Republic, to give you that update, is Matthias Trčka. In the batter's box for Team Germany is Paul Wittmann. 5 more outs that Team Germany can work with, and offense has been rather quiet. Just 2 hits on the board. It will get harder and harder to turn it around, but still they would like to show some offensive power, getting ready for tomorrow's game, obviously. You may have seen it on the camera a little bit. We have a little bit of rain that has started falling. A couple fans packing up. You may have seen it in the stands, but most of them still holding out as we get a walk. You can see the umbrellas being brought out as we have that walk for Paul Wittmann. He reaches base for the first time tonight. So here's Darian Richards, the only German player to reach base twice, singled and walked. Both times, though, was put out on the bases. As there's a pickoff. No problem there for Wittmann diving back. As he's out there on the bases just with his bare hands. No oven mitt, no batting gloves on. As there's the first ball for Darian Richards. There's a short conversation on the mound. Matthias Tryczka together with Matusz Bubenik. Szymon Blaszek, the shortstop, also joining in. Runner on first base for Team Germany, 1 out. Darian Richards trying to be the motor for the German offense that has been struggling tonight. I think that is fair to say, with 2 hits in 7+ innings, as that one is in there for a strike. Richards seemed to be taking all the way right there. Another pickoff. Wittmann again back safely. No real danger there for the German lead runner, as that one's fouled back to the screen, 1-2. Richards, who made that great diving catch in the first inning already. So showing his skill on both sides of the ball. From what I've heard, as he swings and misses and strikes out here, probably I gave him too much praise right there. Member of the Hamburg Steelers, but from what I've heard, might be missing the semifinals, as he'll be in the United States already. Let's see if they maybe figure out a way that he still can be here. We'll see if we see him in the semis 2 weeks from now. August 16th, I mentioned it. Guggenberger Legionäre against the Hamburg Steelers here on Legionäre TV to kick off the German semifinals. Alexander Schmidt will also be on that field for that game. As you can see, the rain falling past the lights, and it's picking up a little bit, so it's getting a little uncomfortable out there for the fans and for our camera crew. Swing and a miss. That is the second strike for Schmidt. One and two. And once more, it's an inning where Germany has a base runner, but they're not able to tack on additional hits and move them around. As the runner goes, there's the throw that is a little high, and it's actually over the glove of Wojtek Mędzik, and it trickles into center field, but Paul Wittmann just stays put at second base as the ball was recovered quickly. Puts himself into scoring position. Maybe Schmidt can get a hit here to get him in. You can see Mędzik trying to pull the tag down, but he didn't have the ball. That's a little unfortunate now with the rain coming in. That is also chasing some fans from the stands, obviously, towards the end of the game. We're hoping for good weather for the next 2 days. As that one's grounded foul. The forecast those last couple of weeks has not been very trustworthy, so I wouldn't give anything on the forecast until tomorrow afternoon. So it's kind of look out the window and then you know what kind of weather you have. But we have our fingers crossed that we'll have good weather for the next 2 days. As that one flies behind the back of Alexander Schmidt, allows Wittmann to move to third base. Matthias Stritschka completely losing that one. Fall back. As the rain is really picking up right here, I don't know if we might even just call the game after the 8th inning. We'll see what the teams and the umpires decide to do. This was not really expected. Payoff pitch for Schmidt. He strikes out to end the 8th inning. Patrick Meister sending the teams off the field, and to be honest, that might be all we'll get tonight. We'll take another look at that strikeout, and looking back on the field as the tarps are being brought out. Let's wait to hear, but this may just be a final. It will be a short period of rain, but let's see what the teams decide to do as we get a little bit of light show action here at the stadium. We are definitely delayed. Let's see how long this delay will be, or if we even come back for a 9th inning. I mean, it is a friendly game. Yeah.
So, offiziell, meine Damen und Herren, das Spiel wird heute nicht mehr fortgesetzt. Also,
All right, folks, I have an update, and it is kind of what we expected looking at the field down there. That's it for tonight. That short bit of rain, it will still hold up for a little bit, and you can already see what the field is looking like. We would have loved to see another ninth inning, or the ninth inning, but in the end, we got 8 innings of good weather baseball, unfortunately. And it is a 6-0 win for Team Czech Republic. They were the better team today, offensively and pitching-wise, showing their strength. 7-2 hits, just 2 hits for Team Germany was obviously not enough to get anything going here. A big thank you to you all at home watching. A big thank you to the Legionäre TV crew. I saw the question in the chat, how many people are working on the production. We were 7 people in total, plus 1 running around. So 8 people basically running our production here. I forgot Johannes here on the closer, so adding him spoken. Next game tomorrow night, 7 p.m. again, Germany versus Czech Republic with hopefully better weather than what we see right now. Thanks for tuning in. We still have the highlights of the game for you, and the game had quite a couple of highlights, so enjoy those, and then I hope to see you back tomorrow for Game 2 of the Germany versus Czech Republic series. Thank you for watching. That was it. Like and follow if you haven't done so already. Thanks again for having us cross 4,000 subscribers. That's it for tonight from Legionäre TV. Hope to see you tomorrow night.
Und man kann es irgendwann im Büro abholen, aber sollte es immer da sein, Magdalena, dann kannst du ein Zeugnis beim Bildkorner abholen.